Today in the first reading, we see Moses being called by God for the first time to conduct the people of Israel from the slavery of Egypt to the freedom of the promised land. But there's an interesting additional layer revealed today in this reading about why is it that God intends to free the people. Sometimes we just think to ourselves, well, He wants to grant them political freedom. He wants them to be a free nation. He wants to make them free from Egypt so that they can be an autonomous nation. But is that all that there is to the freedom of Israel? Is that the purpose? Is that the final purpose of the freedom of Israel? To be free from other nations that govern over them so that they can be a nation of their own? And today in the first reading, the final reason of the liberation of Israel is revealed. Listen to what it says. When you bring my people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this very mountain. So this shows us that the final reason for the freedom of Egypt is not the political freedom. It is the freedom to worship according to the way that God wants to be worshipped. Israel will leave Egypt so that they can offer the true worship in the mountain. So this shows us that the highest form of freedom is the freedom to worship. And the place where our freedom truly finds its summit is in worship. That is where we truly exercise our autonomy, where we recognize the one who has granted us freedom. So this brings a beautiful question for our lives. And the question is for me worship a liberating experience? When I come to worship, to Mass, when I worship, when I participate in the liturgy, is this truly a freeing and liberating experience as it is meant to be? And I'm asking this because many times, many Catholics, probably not you guys who come to daily Mass, but many Catholics feel bound by rules to go to Sunday Mass. But really, liturgy is meant to be an experience of freedom. Because I think that worship truly frees us. Because what is it that we worship here today? What is it that we praise? We praise a God who has liberated us from sin. Every single Mass is a celebration. We congratulate and we praise our triumphant God who gives us victory over sin, who gives us freedom over sin. So it is my hope that every Mass for us is an experience of going to the mountain to celebrate our freedom, to worship the God who grants us the freedom and who is the author of all freedom. Today we celebrate Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Mary is also a beautiful image of freedom and worship. How do the words of the Magnificat start? My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. Everything about Mary is about worshiping God, and that's how her freedom truly shines in the most beautiful way.